Hello everyone, welcome to the course Web Development with MERN. I am Dr. Regina Anandi, Assistant Professor, Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. In this lecture, we are going to start Modern JavaScript ES6+. JavaScript is the backbone of modern web development, and ES6 and later versions have become JavaScript more powerful, cleaner, and easier to use. This will help you understand why modern JavaScript is needed, what ES6 introduced, and how these features are used in real-world applications. So before ES6, JavaScript had several limitations. First, variable scoping issues existed because we only had var, which caused unexpected bugs. Second, the syntax was lengthy and hard to maintain, especially for long application. Third, JavaScript lacked built-in modules, making code reuse difficult. So these are the various challenges faced with traditional JavaScript. Also, handling asynchronous operations was complex and error-prone. Because of these challenges, developers needed a modern, structured, and scalable version of JavaScript, which led to the introduction of ES6. Modern JavaScript refers to ECMA 6 and later versions, which is released from 2015 onwards. ECS6 introduced new features such as let and constant, arrow functions, template literals, destructuring, modules. These features make JavaScript more readable, secure, and efficient, especially for large scale applications like React, Node.js, and MERN stack projects. JavaScript has evolved continuously since its creations. ES6, also known as ECMA Script 2015, was a major update. After ES6, JavaScript receives yearly updates, adding new features without breaking the old code. This ensures backward compatibility while improving performance and developer productivity. Today, almost all modern frameworks or browsers fully support ES6 plus features. One of the most important changes in ES6 is the introduction of let and const. Var, which is nothing but a function scope which can cause unexpected behavior. So let is a block scope, meaning it works only within the curly brackets. Constant is also block scope, but its value cannot be reassigned. In modern JavaScript, we prefer constant for fixed values, let for changing values. So we are avoid using the var in modern applications. Now let us understand this with an example. When we use var, it allows redeclaration and causes scope-related bugs. Let prevents redeclaration and respects the block scope. Const ensures that values remain constant, improving the code safety. So using this let and constant makes your code more predictable and easier to debug. Now let's see the arrow functions. So arrow functions provide a shorter and cleaner syntax for writing functions. They remove the need for the functions keyword. Another important features of this is that this arrow function do not have their own this keyword, which helps avoid confusion in callbacks and event handlers. Arrow functions are widely used in React components and asynchronous programming languages. Now we'll see the template literals. So this is nothing but which allows us to create a string using a backticks instead of quotes. So they support string interpolation, which means we can embed variables directly inside strings using the dollar or curly brackets. This makes string concatenation simpler, cleaner, and more readable. So this template literals also support multi-line strings, which was difficult earlier. Now comes the spread operator. So spread operator is another important features of ES6. This spread operator is also represented using three dots, but its purpose is different from the rest operator. The spread operator is used to expand or spread elements of an array, an object, or an object into individual values. So it's commonly used for copying arrays or objects, merging multiple arrays or objects, passing arrays elements as function arguments. The spread operator, which helps us to write shorter, cleaner, and more readable code without using the loops or extra variables. In modern JavaScript application, especially like in React and MERN stack projects, the spread operator is used very frequently for state updates and data manipulations. Now comes the rest operator. So this is what I discussed earlier. This rest operator is represented using three dots, same as like the previous one. So it allows us to collect multiple values in a single variable. So this is especially useful in functions when we do not know how many arguments will be passed. The rest operator is also improves flexibility and reduces the extra code. Now comes the destructuring. So this allows us to extract values from arrays or objects easily. So instead of accessing each property individually, we can unpack values in a single line. So this makes the code shorter, cleaner, and easier to understand, which is very important in this thing. So destructuring is heavily used in modern frameworks like React. This ES6 introduced modules, which also as to split code into multiple files. So we use export to share code and import to use it in another file. So this module improves code organization, reusability, and also the maintainability. So this concept is essential for large scale applications. So apart from the feature discussed earlier, ES6 introduced many other enhancements such as default parameters, spread operator, classes, promises, such things. So these features help developers write modern, efficient, and scalable JavaScript code. So today's class, let's summarize this. So traditional JavaScript had many limitations. ES6 introduced modern features for better coding. Let and constant improved variable handling. Arrow function simplified functions syntax. Template literals improved string handling. Modules which is improved the code and organization. So understanding these concepts is very important for the MERN stack development. So these are some puzzles, short puzzles. Thank you for watching this lecture.